Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra, I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today I am going to talk about computational psychology and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is a new topic and this is also related with many psychological field. But before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is written by S.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Mahaprabhupada from ISKCON temple, and I would have to say Srimad Bhagavad Gita is neither religious book nor spiritual book, but in true sense pure Bhagavad science and humanity, and I am trying to propagate a humanity on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and trying to morally motivate to those people who are actually frustrated and attempted to commit suicide on the basis of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita we all have to read in our daily life. We don't have to put Srimad Bhagavad Gita into temple, because if we really want to worship Srimad Bhagavad Gita, then we all have to implement each and every verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the supreme teaching of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, supreme teaching of Lord Krishna in our daily life. We just have to implement, because without implementation we are not able to learn, we are not able to get a good character and all things. So we just have to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita in our daily life. So let's get into computational psychology and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The application of computational principles to understanding the human behavior. The application of the computational principle in order to understand human behavior, which is actually our behavior, our virtues, our good conduct. These all are our real identity. Our real identity is not from our body, and whenever we are trying to understand our human behavior, our behavior with the principle of the computer or computational, then it covers a broad range of the topic and approaches, and a prime example of the stimulation modeling, which about the stimulation of our neurons, about the transformation of the neuron from the synapse to the cortex as well as the other part of the brain, synapse transformation, sodium potassium cycle or sodium potassium pump, by which the neuron has been transferred from the one cell to the another cell, and this can take a form of the emergentist model, and that show the complex phenomena that can arise from the interaction of the simple learning rule with the environment and production model, and that attempt to specify the representation and algorithm that underlie cognitive phenomena, and Bayesian model that connect the statistical regularities of the world and stimuli to optimal action and decision. Neuromorphic model, that is a neuromorphic model. We just have to understand neuromorphic model that mimic the computation done by neurons, and many innovation hybrid of that tradition. Computational psychologists also use the modeling tools to analyze the large data set, reflecting for example the instantaneous behavior of the millions of the Twitter user, and also moment to moment ontogenetic history of the single cheek raised on the sensor rich environment, or analysis of the most standard form of the multivariate problem in human behavior. Multivariate problem of human behavior is somehow different, and whenever we are understand human behavior with a computational theory, at that time we are able to understand who we are, what we have done, and by Srimad Bhagavad Gita we can understand many things, and a prospective student should directly contact the to about the interested about this particular working. And the studies of the origin of the visual cognition and examining the how high level visual ability, object recognition, face recognition, action recognition, number representation, face recognition emerge in the newborn brain. And Dr. Wood's lab used the two-pronged approach. First is a lab performed controlled rearing experiment on newly hatched chicks, and this controlled rearing experiment reveal how specific visual experience shape the newborn visual system. Second, the lab builds a biologically inspired computational model and designed to the model newborn and early emerging and visual cognitive ability. Whenever we are trying to justify the cognitive ability, visual cognitive ability. We just have to understand about the how our senses work and how our sense organs are working. We just have to understand. Without understanding of our senses, we are not able to understand how our visual cortex and visual cognition has been worked. Whenever newborn baby is there, we just have to understand who we are and what we have done in our life. And newborn baby is there, but the visual cortex and also cerebral plasma or our brain, and also our brain is also working. Our brain is also signaling to our body organ, and so body organ is also signaling to our brain, by which there is a interaction is done, and without interaction, without transformation of the energy, then nothing will happen. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as per Srimad Bhagavad Gita, computational energy or computational psychology is all about understand human behavior with a computational, by the computation of particular calculation or with a method of the computer. We just have to understand these things. So this is all about Srimad Bhagavad Gita and computational psychology. And as per computational psychology, behavior is important. Our behavior and how does this behavior happen in our life, means from where we are getting this kind of behavior. There are three gunas, Rajas, Tamas and Sattva gunas are responsible for human behavior. More or less three gunas are added with our nature, and our nature will definitely be appeared in the particular form. If you are having a Rajoguna, the more amount of Rajoguna, then we will have a Rajoguna like a behavior. If you are having a more amount of Tamoguna and also Sattva-guna, then we will have a Tamoguna and also Sattva-guna nature respectively. So we just have to understand about how these gunas are responsible for our nature and our behavior. Our true identity is how we are behaving with someone, how we are behaving with other people, and how we are taking care of the society, how we are working for the nation and without any kind of personal interest. Whenever we are trying to work selflessly, at that time people, Lord Krishna will definitely come to help you in your difficult time. So with the supreme grace of Lord Krishna, I can survive, and I can also fight against this all the problem. And I would have many thoughts about commit suicide and many things, but with the supreme grace of Lord Krishna, He has given me a vision by which I have totally changed my behavior. I have totally get a cognitive awareness, and because of this cognitive awareness, I am able to understand what ought to do and what ought not to do. And because of this all things, I can come to know about how to behave with the people and how to understand the psychology of the human. This is all about computational psychology and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.